good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be. This is the police show. Police, that's the name you need to remember all the time. So, yet again today I will be reacting to a video, and today I've picked this video from JoyPrime. JoyPrime is a TV station in Ghana, and the show, it's basically it's a conversation, regarding viral TikTok people, black people, TikTok stars, I should say, and it's an interesting one. I think it's like a new trend, where these stars feel like the only way for them to go viral is when a man as a man TikTok dresses in a woman's dress, i.e. cross-dressing. So as far as they are concerned, that's what helps them to blow up. And for me, that's funny, and it's a bit it contradicts the view that Africans, Ghanaians do not support homosexuality. But then at the same time, if you go by what they are claiming, it makes it hard, as I said, to understand. Anyway, before we get into this video, guys, look, this is our company logo, Police, and it's a beautiful hat, beautiful cap. If you want one, just let us know. Send us drop a text message, drop a comment, I should say. Of course, nobody has got my phone number, so it's a bit yeah. So if you're interested, there's a match. I quite like it. You see, as it's got the retro microphone here, and then the police in the middle, and then our very own Ghana map that we all cherish. So yeah. So let's get into this video, and then I'll speak more about it. Let's go.
You be say so. I want AM.
I know Fortune's blood is too hot. I just don't know.
Yeah.
If anybody knows much about the aim of this show, why this show is important, let us know, because like I said, I'm just trying to understand the purpose of the show, and yeah. So if you know, please let us know in the comment section.
What did the lady say?
And I make us also buy that. I make us buy that. They're not teaching her.
I said speak English.
It says you too.
So you can go there and share your thought with us. Let us know what you think about the show tonight, and also the question we're asking you. We have a conversation that is ongoing, and it says that men are not responsible for women when it comes to orgasm. Everybody's responsible for their own. I don't know how you take it, but share your thought with us and let us know what you also think. Okay, but we've got Dickness.
So me on TikTok.
Okay, the Dickness of
Pentecostal Church of TikTok.
Exactly. And you also Abeku.
Yes.
Into now ya banoma now ya the Abeku banoma.
Yeah, my firstborn.
Oh, ni papa.
Mama brainwa. Mama brainwa.
What's the new papa?
Papa abrochi dey na dey buy. We come to papa you bisa say na we drop.
I know for the show we.
So I can see, right on, I can tell these are comedians, as the descriptions, the caption said under the video, these are comedians, but basically they do their skits on TikTok. That is where they are massive, and they've got massive following. So yeah, these are men, by the way. All three of them are men, and the two guys there are dressed in women. I think that's part of their craft. Yeah, so let's continue.
You be say so.
I want AM. I know Fortune's blood is too hot. I just don't know.
Yeah. The master man
And the baby them they do not baby. And fine, but man too. Suppose no more do.
Yeah, I hope we hanka wa
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ah, so you recognize visitors?
I know why.
Vida they were two. Vida.
No.
So they're not junction. Were two. Wakwaji loan me. Shashan were two.
Yeah.
Do you hear what the lady say?
And I make us also Vida. And I make us Vida. They're not here. Loan wakwaji into.
Also, when
I said speak English.
It says you two people it's like twins. Your name is the same.
Okay, this guy, I don't know who he is, but he also look like a comedian. This is the normal comedian. It's sometimes it gets a bit boring, to be honest, it's just speaking the English language in the wrong way, and you're funny, because people find it amusing when you cannot speak the English language properly. So that is his craft, I guess. I'm gonna forward it because it looks like, so we can get into the nitty-gritty of the whole thing.
Okay, so we decided to be this way because
I like that. I like that. Yeah.
because it was our fans, our viewers want us to be this, because initially when I started I was
So they're asking them why, as men, they decided to dress as women to do their show. So the guy wants to find out why, being a man, and our culture, there's like a cross-dressing kind of a, way. So the guy wants to find out why they've decided to dress in women's clothing, and he is about to answer.
with Lacoste and normal outfit with my shirt and a scarf. But initially it wasn't with a scarf, but they drew my attention to put on scarf. So I decided to put on scarf. Then when it started going further, they said,
No. So according to this is where I find these things strange, it's a bit bizarre. How can you say that the people you're performing, your followers, those who consume your content, are the ones that told you that, if you put on a scarf, it will make your content better? I don't see how this is possible, because you are the creative, how do you call the creative? You're the creator. You create your contents, and then now you're being influenced by the people watching you. So it's like when they tell you to do boduku, ubekaku boduku. No, this is nonsense.
if you are deaconess and you normally give doctrines and what the deaconess is, their role in church and whatever they do, I think you need to put on the real
look
outfit.
like it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I go in for a white shirt, then I started and put it on my mom's slits.
Oh, so that's for your mom.
For my mom.
Okay.
All the outfit comes from my mom.
Okay.
Yes, so it was a white shirt, then
Still not making sense to me. He's not making sense, because if you're funny, you're funny. Yeah. If you're funny, you cannot be funny because of your costume. If you're funny because of your costume, then you're not really funny. You understand what I'm saying? So uhu esre. Enye atade ne ehye ne ho yesre. And I know, sir, there's this guy called Dave Chappelle, right? And Dave Chappelle complained that the Hollywood tried to force him to wear to dress up like a woman, basically, and he refused, and they persisted and persisted, but he refused because he believed that he is funny. He's a funny person naturally. He doesn't need to wear a lady's dress to be funny. So what this young man is trying to say is that he is basically funny, or they are funny because they are dressed like women. And to me, it doesn't make sense. The excuse they've given doesn't make sense at all.
a slit. I was like, no, Charlie, move further, start doing more. So I go in for another set of costume for my mother. I realized that because of my fan base, and I'm like more like a granny. So if I want to be like a granny, then I need to have
that
more
part,
things.
yeah.
So I carve a stick for myself.
Oh.
Yes, I have the stick at home. My lens, everything. Because if I say I want to be a granny, it means I want to be a full granny. Yeah.
That's some sort of investment, by the way. I mean, all of these things, you would have to compensate your mom one way or the
Oh yes, I do. Because most of the time she calls me for something, I don't hesitate to say no. I do take this, my granny, because all of them, they depend on me.
I know you have to do what you gotta do because obviously, it always boils down to one excuse that Ghana is hard. Ghana is hard, Ghana is hard. But I feel like there are so many, if you're naturally talented, there are so many ways you can do to make money. Even this on TikTok that he said, you had following, you did not have to go and dress up like a woman. I believe deep down that these guys enjoy dressing up as women, and it's got nothing to do with the fact that that's the only way they can be popular, on TikTok. I do not believe that. I think it's just an excuse for them to, be who they want to be. And it's not just these guys. I know it's like a common trend now, where people in show business, they feel like they can just dress up anyway and behave or even say stuff and think it's okay. But I think where we are now as a country, we have to begin to look into all of these things and before it gets out of hand, because we know in elsewhere, baby or honoma, this is how say no more starts here. Yeah. Oh, and now for a grown kwa, a baby na fe a song kwalemu. Because that children consume this content. And I don't think that we should be proud of these guys here. I don't care how funny they are. I don't care how funny they are. We should not be proud of this because this is not what we are for. This is not what we believe in. And once say proud. And also I'll speak about Nema Mekakra. Some of these things, here mommy be a bit mature say no, come on. Maybe mommy babema and dresses or bassy and yes or the movie and or the BBA and kwasiasem. As far as I'm concerned.
Let me say that yes.
I see.
They do, all of them, they depend on me. And if I get something, I can't say no. I have to at least just give it to them. Because where I am now, even though because of their costume, I wouldn't be recognized. But because of this, yes.
What was she worried at the point or even bothered?
No.
You are portraying something society will frown on in terms of your outlook.
Oh, no. And when I started TikTok, she used to watch my videos with my grandmother. So,
and it is strange that this guy says he's got lots of following, but I think it brings to the question of are we homophobic as Ghanaians? Because sometimes that's what the outside world sees Africa. Are we homophobic? And looking at these young men who are openly cross-dressers and they make a living by dressing like women and to create their content, you kind of think, are Ghanaians homophobic? He did mention there, that he's responsible for his family. So it's like he uses the revenue that he gets from these contents. He's using it wisely. Maybe that's why the mom is not being firm by telling him that, look, you don't have to do this, And also the guy just asked, was he scared at first that maybe he may receive a backlash, because we know that Ghanaians frown upon homosexuality. And it's a bit hypocritical that he's got a following, because most of his followers, I don't know if they see this as bad, because this, as far as I'm concerned, this is also part of the LGBTQ activities, you know. You've got the drag queen, the cross dressers, and the like. So is it because the people have not caught on yet? You know, they've not really caught on. They only sent us their dislike for homosexuality based on, you know, man-to-man sexual intercourse or woman-to-woman having a sexual, engaging in sexual activities, but they don't see the other things like men dressing up like women and women dressing up like boys. Whereas in the West, I think that is what people, you know, they're all put under one umbrella. So yeah, it's quite interesting.
They do encourage me. They watch and laugh and continue to, like Kofi Kodunaye, do more. And for the negativities coming here and there,
I'm sure you get them a lot.
I get them a lot, and she normally go through it.
It's not negativity. It's criticism, constructive criticism. And also, you know, maybe you believe in what you're doing, but you're also sending signals, other signals. I don't know if you're doing it willingly or unwillingly. So when people come under your platform and give an opinion, don't see it as negativity. It shouldn't, unless maybe they are being abusive or maybe using, you know, verbal abusive words towards you, then of course you can say that it's negative. But when they're being constructive, and I guess you yourself, you know that even when the comments are negative or positive, you're still cashing in anyway. So what do you care?
She even sent me some of the messages on TikTok. Okofime, who say just look at this. I was like, no, forget about it. Let's move on. If there is something that, you know, bothers my mom, she will say Kofi J, because she knows that this is Kofi. She knows what I want to become.
Okay.
So she's okay with it.
Which is what? Make money or become an actor or what? What do you want to become? Where do we see these type of dressing, cross-dressing? Where is the destination? You know, what education are people? You're making people laugh, of course, but you know what? At the end of the day, we all look back and, you know, see how we influence people, how our actions influence people, you know. But my worry is that, you know, you're sending conflicting messages to the younger population, the kids who might be following you. I don't know. That's just how I feel. So, yeah.
I see. Interesting. Maybe I'll come to you too as well.
Honest Kapante, Papa.
Until
Listen to person Choye.
But Ruben, why are you staring at me
Brother.
like that?
No disrespect. I think they're funny. Yeah. But I think they are funny because of what they say. I don't think it's because of their looks. When I look at them, I don't see any amusement in their appearance, but they are funny when they speak. So I don't know why they don't want to stick to being funny, using their words to create jokes rather than thinking they need to appear in slit and kaba, you know. So I don't know.
It isn't
Like how?
Oh, okay.
Hey, why you whoa? Fojo, Masro.
Hey.
Have a graphic mode.
Okay, so let me.
Fojo,
Well, yeah.
Munya,
I just says like,
Munya,
you're not graphic.
Munya, Baba graphic mode.
Yeah, as I said, Ghana, the joke is one way. One can bro for year, and then people, and they're funny, you know. Although Bofonia Casa, one can go for year, and I'm out for I don't know why I told and still now. So the any yeah, they are at me money party mystery, but it is what it is.
Remember graphic mom. And then Pacho, what's today?
But you're so how it started down there. I don't.
Next person.
How did it start for you?
Okay, mine
The
started.
free Abrichiba and chain.
Okay, I want to
trying to
the
figure out
cracker.
myself.
I don't know. Prepare me some countries. It's a for okay. Maybe I need them started from I think JHS.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
from school drama, those house na no man who say talent no wo. Till me started say me deep movie industry chi with the Kumawood, your corset so na your location.
I don't know if this gentleman is in character, but I mean, on mommy, some vibe, yeah. You know, I think so. It goes beyond just acting. Could be wrong, but I'm entitled to my opinion.
Pinin ya manema na store na
Yeah, back in that time, yeah.
Best so camera sa emu you can say edwuma e mu wa yije e was set so me nua me kan nine so it doesn't help. So now I sat down and I said no, I have to plan on something. And now I started doing funny skits and stuff. But now I share this kind of but I will share those kind of guys clothes na enko.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Person be hard work. Person be BBR takes time. You're just jumping on a bandwagon. Ubia yebi ena yebi. And this is very serious because munim the damage you're causing to the children who might be watching you. Be yourself, be yourself, wear your trousers and your shirt and try and work harder to be funny. Content creating funny. You cannot tell me say being a man you're into me yet a baby man for other than you can't say so beshe markaba. No. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that.
Enko.
You want to see something different.
Yes, but sometimes if your corset is so they'll be like, I want you to put on this and do this for me. Then I'll be like, no. My mom is going to complain about it, so I'm not going to do it. By then, no. After they maybe started TikTok and no, the fans were coming. Hey, do this, and I think it was going.
Kachi.
As a coca it's a quiet swan. It's going kakra. It's a quiet swan, and I'm a bit thickness abokuma.
Oh.
It's almost funniness, as far as I'm concerned, almost funniness, what makes them funny is what they say, but I think so they are under some influence via Mukran. Maybe they may not know. They should check people who are commenting, say, oh, shakaba, shabakaba, and let's see what type of people those guys or those people who are commenting, let's see what type of people they are. Because Asimoka is in mannerism, I think is funny. Asemomoka, I think funny, but it's got nothing to do with the Dukune Kabano Mabono.
By then, I was using a name on TikTok, TikTok president, into bracket King Status.
Okay.
Timbehu Dickness Abokman, and he was like, what's your name? What's your real name? I say me the Emmanuel Fojo. No, I say no. Take off the Emmanuel Fojo and put up a no Fojo.
And no Fojo.
Yeah, that.
Wow, you see, on no recruiting, take off Emmanuel Fojo and call yourself Eno Fojo. This is nuts. Come on.
No Fojo.
Oh.
Now, you share
so he even helped you.
Yes, with my name. And in fact, me share on my followers.
Oh. Okay, so he already had his following.
Yes.
A lot of followers already.
Yep.
And it impacted on yours too as well.
Exactly.
Okay, so it wasn't any feminine attraction that brought you two together.
No.
As in somebody would sit back and say you probably.
Good question.
Into each other before
No.
becoming what you've become.
It was through a friend.
Yes.
It was really work, and not the fact that you had any attraction for each other because you were both wearing certain things that looks feminine.
Oh, okay.
So you're both dating then.
Oh, wala.
So you have a girlfriend.
As a buffer can you Papa, such a girlfriend and someone got on the book of history. Not try to marry no mommy.
Why no he?
So I can say he looks bit. He's all his mannerism is a bit feminine. Him, the Fojo, Emmanuel Fojo, doesn't seems like he's acting, but that girl, guy, I almost said girl. That guy there seems a bit feminine to me. So, you know, I just feel like I'd drop it there.
Girlfriend and someone.
Girlfriend has my history.
Okay. Okay.
And I Ghana yet in saying, madam.
No.
The current than a boy, 1,005 no 2,000
No.
some.
Yeah.
No, quite. Oh, you dream.
Let's move on a little bit to where this other dude will also say something.
I WhatsApp with that day we met.
Oh,
And when we met, I think we were friends.
like you've known each other. A long
Yes.
time.
Yes. And he's a sanguine, and I'm also a sanguine.
Okay.
So it's clicked.
Do you know what a sanguine is?
Do you
I
know
know what a song
what's
is.
that? What's that?
I want to know a song with me.
What is a song?
I'm gonna move on. They'll be dragging it because yet another vocabulary has popped up and they want to make fun of the other guy. I'm gonna move on from it. Sick and tired of this kind of jokes.
Quite some youngins, yeah.
They don't.
Yes.
So you is it safe to say you guys are trio or you're just individuals, but you do work together?
Okay, we work together. Together.
Okay, I'm trying to stay away from group.
You-
The word group.
The
That's
group,
why.
the group thing is a derby.
That big, no group.
That's what I'm trying to
It's
stay
not
away
a group
from.
work.
Yes.
But
No,
when
yeah, about it.
work,
Oh, your group assignment.
your group assignments.
No, yeah, about it.
So everybody's on their own.
Exactly.
Yes.
But when we
Then when you-
meet,
okay.
Yeah.
you see, unity brings about something that pushes all of us forward.
Preach.
Because when we come together, my followers become your followers.
Yeah.
Your followers become my followers.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing I hear a lot of complaints about, especially Ghanaian comedians
Yeah.
or TikTokers. I was in Nigeria a couple of weeks ago. I was speaking to Real Worry Peking, and it was on the same issue about, people being real to each other.
Exactly.
Because when we sit here, we look at the Nigerian comedians, the skit makers, and we believe they are so united. Because you see almost everyone in everyone's skit and all that. But here, it's not really the case, even though some people argue that it is what it is. Like, we are also united. And she was telling me, so I was asking her, are they faking it and making it look like it is what it is?
One thing is that, when it comes to show business, the Nigerians understand show business. And, I suppose that's something that Ghanaians, that's an area where we need to perfect. Because oftentimes I have conversations with people and I'm of the view that, look, we may not be friends. We don't have to be friends. Business is business. So say you are my co-host or we act together, we should be able to do our job. If we become friends, that's a blessing. But if not, what unites us is the business aspect of it. So if our focus is on the job, what happens is that the job doesn't suffer. It thrives. But when we prioritize our friendship over the job, the reason why we are together, then you see that our friendship will become good friends. But business-wise, the business itself will die. So because when you work for a company, although you have friends in a job, you go there, your main aim is to go and do your work and then get paid. In fact, that's how you earn a living. So when you go and you're lucky to have colleagues who becomes friends, then it's a plus. But in Ghana, we look at musicians, they don't get on. If they don't get on, they cannot work together. And those who get on, if something happens and then they fall apart, they cannot work together. But that is wrong. You can disagree with people about anything in life, but when you come together as a unit to work, you should be able to work. You should be able to stay professional and then do your part and make sure that the project thrives, So, I don't care what people say about Nigerians and, we think they are, because oftentimes you hear people say, oh, we are not there, we are not over in Nigeria, that's why we think they are, there is this rule to get togetherness. But you don't have to be friends with your colleague. You don't have to be friends with your business partner. You do not have to be friends, because what binds you is the job itself. And if the principle, the foundation is built solid on a solid principle, and you respect what you're doing, and you have a common zeal and desire to push whatever job that you're doing, then ultimately the business will thrive. And like I always say, if you're lucky and you become friends along the line, then yeah, that's a plus, that's a blessing. I'm not in any way saying that, suggesting that if you have a business and your business partner is your friend, that can collapse the business. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that it is not important to focus on the friendship. Rather, focus on your part, what you need to play. Make sure you're always better. You're improving yourself, and you're ready to give more than 100% towards that business. In fact, every conversation should be about the job and nothing else, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna move on from this video because I think I've seen enough, and from where I'm sitting, I'm a little bit concerned and confused at the same time. My concern is the fact that we know that in Ghana, there are certain morals that we hold dearly. In fact, that is what makes us Ghanaians. And some of these morals is how we were brought up to be who we are. You know, the way we are nurtured makes us not confused in the mind, and our identity is found in our heritage and in our culture, and our identity is found in how moral we are. You know, I know a lot of things are changing nowadays, and I don't is a lot of influences, being it foreign influences or you know or whatever it may be, you know, has really caused. It's like we are in a kind of a very critical moment, you know, in a human life, not just in Ghana. We are in a very critical moment. Technology, internet has been a blessing, at the same time a curse, depending on how you see it, you know, or what you're looking at. Because growing up, when we were doing a can drama and Inspector Bediako and stuff like that, we didn't have, you know, men dressing up as women. And even how people speak on TV and radio, people who you think should maybe use certain words to get their view or their point across. It's like now that our way of what makes us Ghanaians, authentic Ghanaians, one of it was the way we respect ourselves and how we respect people, the way we conduct ourselves, how we speak to people. Even when you travel outside Ghana, people were more welcoming towards you as opposed to other, you know, as compared to other African countries, because people knew that a Ghanaian person is trustworthy, a Ghanaian person is polite. And quite recently, you know, there was a video where a YouTuber, I think Wademaya's wife, was upset. She was being interviewed. She was upset because because she was upset, and what she was upset because Ghanaians uses please too much, you know. So that was our identity, you know, as a people. We are very, very polite, very soft-spoken, calm by nature, you know, hard workers, and you know, and that was what I know about Ghanaians. But now, when you look on social media, when you look at all these apps and even on TikTok, these contents that are coming up are a bit you know, disturbing and controversial, in my opinion. You see, these people are being interviewed on TV station, you know, and I don't know where we are heading towards, because this is bizarre, in my opinion. I don't think they are funny. I don't have anything against them, but I do not think they are funny. by wearing women's dress unless they are cross dressers, which I think they are unconsciously cross dressers. That's my opinion. But then again, you know, I want to find out if their followers know that they are cross dressers or what they are doing is considered as cross dressing and it's under the LGBT umbrella. You know, that's what I want to find out. I want to find out if their people who consume such contents are aware that cross-dressing, people appearing like this, because elsewhere it's a massive issue, you know, where there's a big division, especially in America, between even some political parties stand for things like this and the other political party frowns upon it, and it's a big debate there. People think they are heading, and most of the people who are concerned think they are heading in the wrong direction, you know. And this is a nation that say they take on anything, you know. So I wonder where these young guys are going with this dressing. Where does it end, you know? Because for me, this is something that is slowly creeping into the society, because I've seen Akebeneza dress up as a woman. I've seen a lot of Kumewood actors, men dressing up as women, you know. And for me, when I see it, all that comes into my mind is, this is bizarre. I feel uncomfortable when I see it, because I don't think as a man dressing up as a woman will make you more funnier, you know. That is my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. Kindly do like, follow, subscribe to this channel by clicking on the notification bell as well, so that anytime we drop such reactions, you will get it and then enjoy it. Thank you very much. See you next time. Tap.